As the country continues to grapple with the debate on the legality of abortion and the mother's right to decide, another debate has arose regarding the end of life for those diagnosed with terminal illness. There is likely to be significant pain and suffering for an individual who is nearing the end of life and at the mercy of such an illness. Some of these individuals, rather than endure the pain, prefer the option of assisted suicide. What constitutes a life worth living, and who is ultimately to decide this? The act is considered by many of religion to be a sin, which immediately damns the person to hell. The view that life is a special gift bestowed by God is held highly by many religions and is of utmost importance to them when the debate on assisted suicide arises.
I think it places us in a position of being a God when we take a life, and we're not that.
Assisted suicide is only legal in Oregon, Washington, and Montana. The Oregon Death with Dignity Act, passed in 1994, and the Washington statute modeled after it, set certain requirements and safeguards before a person may commit suicide with a doctor's assistance. The patient must be of sound mind when they request a prescription for the lethal dose of medication. 2 doctors must confirm a diagnosis of terminal illness with no more than 6 months to live. 2 witnesses, 1 non-doctor unrelated to the patient, must confirm the patient's request, and the patient must make a second request after 15 days. Elsewhere around the nation, the Right to Die movement has struggled to make many inroads. Since 1992, efforts to legalize the practice have failed in California, Michigan, Maine, and most recently in Massachusetts. Meanwhile, 41 states have passed laws that make it a crime to assist in a suicide, legislation that has led many who want help dying deeper into the shadows.
I think that there is a sacred moral issue here, okay, to protect them from a botched suicide.
When you're getting into areas that are this complex, you are so much better off with an open system than a secret system. I mean, a helium hood, I mean, it just doesn't, it's a symptom of desperation to me. And I do know why they've come to this, because other methods have been made out of reach that would be more humane.
For those who wish to end their lives but do not have the option of physician-assisted suicide, they must rely upon weapons or their own lethal mixture of medicines. Because of the strict laws against those assisting in suicides, the individual must keep his intentions a secret. The end of life should be a time when an individual is surrounded by family and friends, not isolated and plotting their own deaths to escape terminal illness and protect family members. Physician-assisted suicide should be available to those with a terminal illness. Only they can make the decision on how their lives should be ended. Perhaps those opposed to assisted suicide feel that there would never be a time that they could make such a decision, but those with such strong feelings should not seek to negate the option for those who are suffering.
Let's face it, when you're completely paralyzed, can't talk, can't move your eyes, can't move your arms, how do you let somebody know you're suffering? They look at you and you're still, and usually we associate suffering with people kind of rolling around and going, ow, ow, ow. There's none of that. Gee, it must be peaceful. Well, no, it doesn't have to be peaceful. This could be a complete and utter hell.
Speak to your friends and representatives about this issue, and perhaps we can give another option to those with terminal illness.
It's okay. There will be tears as just talking about it, but it's okay. I know it's okay. I'm content.
Yeah, I don't wanna hurt. There's so much in this world to make me